In today's video, we're going to be discussing NHL Expansion and whether or not Seattle will be the next city to get an NHL Expansion team. And that's coming up next. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, we analyze and review all 31 NHL teams with an unbiased opinion. So if you're a huge hockey fan, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss any future content. Alright, diving into today's content, NHL Expansion. Is Seattle going to be the next city that gets an NHL Expansion team? I certainly wasn't planning on making a video anytime soon, or this week especially, regarding NHL Expansion. But I stumbled upon a news article that I thought was worthy discussing and thought you guys might enjoy to hear about in case you haven't seen it yourselves. The article comes from out of K5 News out of the Seattle area, and I'll put a link to the news article in the description below so you can have a look at it for yourself. In the article, Seattle councilperson Mike O'Brien was interviewed. In the interview, he was raising concerns over the $660 million that was being discussed for the new arena proposal at Seattle Center. In the article, he raised concerns over the amount of time that they had to give it thought and analyze before voting on the project. Obviously, here's a quote from the article that stemmed this video and stemmed the discussion around was this actually a news leak by accident by the councilperson. He quote, and I quote here, "I recognize that it is driven by a construction timeline designed to deliver an NHL team in 2020, the fall of 2020. So therefore that tells me, obviously the arena would to be open by fall of 2020. Now, some of you may or may not know, an average NHL arena in the United States currently takes approximately 20 months for construction to go start to finish and be ready to open. So really, for the most part, obviously in construction, there's generally always delays. 20 months is just an average. So to be safe, the team would have to have approximately a 2-year window from the time that they start digging up the ground to the time that the arena is ready to open. So obviously, that tells me I wouldn't be completely shocked here if there's any truth and validity to this, and if this goes through, that the NHL might be looking to expand to Seattle for 2020, which leads me to think that they would probably announce it sometime in 2018. Obviously, things aren't completely ready to go here, but it's certainly quite a newsworthy article, I think, to discuss. Obviously, as we know, the NHL probably would have a preference to put their next expansion team in the West. Obviously, the conferences are uneven. Adding the 32nd team in the western part of the U.S. would certainly even out the conferences, and that would solve that dilemma so things are even. Obviously, as we've already discussed before in other videos, there's other NHL-ready cities to a degree, but would be probably a better fit for relocation. And I'm planning on doing another video about relocation here shortly as well, so that will probably be posted today or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. So tell me your thoughts. Do you think Seattle makes sense for an NHL expansion team? I know the cities have pretty good support and success in the junior ranks, and I think they'd have probably an instant rivalry with Vancouver. Obviously Vancouver and Seattle, even though they're in different states or provinces and even different countries for that matter, they're very close together through the border, and I know there's a lot of travelers that go back and forth between those areas for sure. So I think there would be some an instant rival there, and based on the city's history of success in the junior level and the population in the surrounding area, personally I do think Seattle makes a lot of sense for the NHL, and I know they've had their eye on that city for quite some time. Obviously there's ownership groups in the area that are interested, so it seems like the things are coming together. Now obviously that's not a done deal, it's far from it, but I thought this news story was worthy of passing on to you guys and to get your thoughts on what you think around this. Is the NHL going to Seattle? Give me your thoughts down below. I'm interested to hear what you think. Personally, I think it's very likely to happen, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it come together sometime over the next year, so that during the 2018-19 season, it's announced probably before 2019 would be my guess, that they would hopefully, if everything goes well, would start play 2020-2021 NHL season. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. Do you think the NHL is going to expand again? And if so, do you think Seattle makes the most sense? Make sure you hit that subscribe button in the middle of your screen if you're new to the channel. Keep watching Top Shelf Hockey.